The summer of 2025 has been an absolute banger of a season. Highly anticipated titles from every genre, as well as some sleeper hits, and I compiled the best ones right here in this video. Before getting into it though, I want to go through some honorable mentions. Hotel and Humans is this anthology about a hotel for assassins, and it tells the stories of multiple unrelated hitmen, with the only connection being these concierges that aid them. Out of all the honorable mentions, this one came closest to getting a dedicated spot in this video, and that's kind of crazy because I think it has a lot of problems. The storytelling can be messy, contrived, paced way too fast. Some of the animation looks mediocre. Not everything here present hits, but there are story beats here and there that I think are fantastic. For a show about literal inhumans, the characters can be surprisingly compassionate, humble, and most of all, human. Give this an episode or two and I think you might enjoy it. New Saga, out of all the trashy isekai fantasy anime, is probably the most enjoyable. We have this knight who, after slaying the demon lord, time travels back to his teenage self, giving him a chance to redo his entire adventure, but better this time. It's very reminiscent of a regression manhwa, and I think it is, pretty entertaining. Not crazy, nothing crazy at all, but it's pretty enjoyable. Betrothed to My Sister's Ex is an absolutely adorable romance between a princess and prince. The chemistry is awesome. It's so goddamn sweet. Solo Camping for Two is a neat, deep dive into camping with cozy ass vibes. And Detective These Days Are Crazy is a comedy about a watch detective and his high school assistant. And it's hilarious from top to bottom. I love it. Okay, with all that out the way, let's move on to the sequels real quick. I don't have too much to say about most of them, like Dress Up Darling, Call of the Night, Dan Dan, Sakamoto Days, and Kaiju number 8. They have been fucking great, don't get me wrong, and I've been loving them, but everything I can say about their first seasons applies to the new one. They're just plain and simple amazing continuations. They're really good. In particular, Call of the Night and Dan Dan have been, oh my god, they've been fucking amazing. And before anyone mentions it, I have never watched Grand Blue or Bunny Girl. I am so sorry, I'm sorry. We have this town plagued with the supernatural, and the only psychic teacher in Japan, Nube, comes through as a homeroom teacher in order to keep watch, and the anime follows him and his students as they encounter spirits, demons, and the like. This kind of reminds me of something I watched as a kid that I shouldn't have been watching. I don't have a particular story in mind, but it feels like the kind of show I would watch as a kid, but my parents would have beaten my ass if they saw me watching that, you know what I'm saying? It's cheesy, and I won't lie, the first few episodes is, kind of mid, but from episode 3 and onward, the series gains its footing really well. This has a solid world of interesting and creepy monsters and really fun action. The early 2000s reminiscent art style already gives the anime a nostalgic vibe to it, but the content explored, the campiness of the themes portrayed, how conflict resolved between the characters and the phenomena, it's fascinating. This is a flash to the motherfucking past, and I fuck with it a lot. Welcome to the Outcast restaurant. It's about this max level chef opening up his own restaurant. That being said, the main focus is really on the characters. Everyone that comes into the establishment has varied yet equally charismatic personalities, but also their own share of baggage. Their development and backstories are handled really well. At times, the series takes itself really seriously and presents these character moments that are really touching, but also can be wholesome fun. The protagonist adopts this little girl as a worker for his place, and she's fucking adorable, and seeing these two bond is grin-worthy. I really like the way this series blends its lighthearted moments with its harsher tones. It tells a compelling story, but also makes me fucking grin all the time, and yeah, I think it is so good. But if we're talking about smiling, Cultural Exchange for the Game Center Girl is about a British girl who moves to Japan. Her lack of knowledge about the language led her to exploring a local arcade alone, where she meets and swoons at the handsome and oh so dreamy older dude that's working there, who wins her a prize from the claw machine and hands it to her as a Valentine's gift. Now, bro is Japanese and doesn't know that his action is akin to a confession of love, what she takes it as. Now, the age gap here is nutty. She's a middle schooler, he in college. That's fucking illegal. That's a goddamn case right there. But I don't think this anime is trying to be a romance. Like, it's really just a one-sided crush of hers, and as long as it stays that way, it's alright. Anyways, that being said, this one is really adorable. All the characters are fun. I think everyone watching has had a one-sided crush before, and because of that, I find the main character to be really relatable and entertaining to all hell. It's funny, it's charming, it's cute, it's sweet with a side of straight sugar. This is one of the most wholesome shows of the damn season. Maybe even the most wholesome anime. Or it would be, if not for the existence of my beloved Fragrant flowers. There are not enough words in the English dictionary to describe my love for this anime. The manga is a timeless masterpiece in my mind, and the anime is doing it fucking justice. Oh my god. I don't think I need to explain the premise or why it's so good. Just watch it if you haven't, and indulge in this diabetic story and one of the best romances you will ever see in your life, I promise. Truck-kun is claiming our victim, and this dude is reincarnated into this fantasy world with magic. And as it turns out, his natural element is water, hence the name, the Water Magician. Now, in my mind, this anime lacks interesting characters, it suffers from dialogue problems, sometimes the pacing is a little weird, almost everything it has is deserving of a solid C tier, I guess. But why I'm putting it in this video is because of how well it captures the essence of an adventure. I, as well in the MC, get sucked into this fantasy world, exploring it with a fucking big ass grin. The world is interesting as fuck. There's a goddamn talking dragon. Look at bro. The actual water magic and its applications are exciting and creative. And while the story and cast are just okay-ish, I am still always hella engaged while watching. It's great. It's just a great time. Gachiakuta is on the Mount Rushmore of this season. Rudo, this scrappy looking kid, is wrongfully accused for the murder of his pops and is forcibly sent down into the pits, this giant chasm which society dumps all of its trash in. And we follow his adventure in this toxic, crappy, and fucking gnarly world. Gnarly is the key word here. The world of Gachiakuta is trashy and it's an aesthetic I love. It's grimy, it's filthy, it has a sense of style that you will not find anywhere else. The power system is awesome, the idea of givers and objects having souls, plus how fucking raw it's executed. These fights, bro, these fucking fights, oh my god, definitely a must watch for this season for me. It's fantastic. And I would even recommend the manga because it's also really good. Secrets of the Silent Witch is very reminiscent of last year's Restoria, which is one of my animes of that year, and that it's this random fantasy magical themed anime that I have never heard about, but somehow is so fucking good that I really should have heard about it before. We follow Monica, one of the great 7 mages in this world, as she has to infiltrate this academy as a spy. Now, the only problem is that she is super shy, like Komi levels of socially inept, so much so that she literally developed incantationless magic. Yes, instead of learning how to communicate like a regular fucking person, she decides to revolutionize the entire magic world, being the only mage in the world to use magic without chanting, hence Silent Witch. Now, this anime is just peak, bro. It's a mix of an interesting magic system and world, a sense of direction, mystery, and suspense with concrete foreshadowing and setups, humor that had me giggling, and just the most wholesome moment. Like seriously, bro, the first episode showcases our MC fucking blasting multiple dragons like she played Swords of Revealing Lights, and it's fucking rad and raw as shit, but truly, the best parts of this show are the slow, tender, and adorable ass little scenes. It gets me smiling every time. Seriously, just so wholesome, so sweet, the main character is adorable, and yeah, there's really something here for everyone. It's just an all-around banger. There wasn't a single moment where I wasn't hooked, my jaw closed. It does seemingly everything and well. Looking at a darker fantasy from Silent Witch is Clevatess, which I've seen little traction for despite it being one of the best anime of the season. We follow this chosen hero Alicia, armed with a super special red sword, alongside the other 12 heroes on a quest to slay some demons. That is, until they all get brutally wiped out by our titular demon king Clevatess. And through some twists and turns, decides to revive Alicia with his magic, hoping, or rather demanding, that she will help him raise this human child Luna for reasons I won't spoil. This premise is very strange. We got this OP demon god who can literally wipe all of humanity if he so wanted to, a walking zomboid with a fucking Deadpool regen factor, and this annoying ass, whiny ass baby. The dynamic is weird, but fresh and very well put together. At times it's very comedic in a dark fashion, but there are other points that are very philosophical, very thematic. But what makes the series very special was that little rating attached to it. This anime gives no fucks. It is a dark fantasy to the core. We have storytelling centered around gruesome topics like slavery, rape, abuse that actually feels like it has a purpose. It's not edgy for the fucks of it. There are genuine ideas here that are fleshed out. This feels like a genuine exploration of humanity. And I, for one, am in absolute love with it. I love the way Clevatess handles its narrative, its characters. It's very intelligent. And yeah, it's fantastic. Takopi's Original Sin just wrapped up its finale and just wow, man. If you haven't watched this anime, I'm really not sure why. This is easily one of the best anime I've seen ever, probably. Like, it probably would be in the top 15, top 20. The story, the cast, the themes. This is a grotesque, brutal anime that does not shy away from the evils of humanity. Because of that, it is an incredibly visceral, compelling experience. Something that will hook you and shake you right to your core. The twists, the turns. This shit got my noggin blowing up in smoke. And I came out of that final episode having felt my life had genuinely changed. This is only a 6-episode miniseries, and yet it carries so much weight in those short episodes. I've never watched Nishijou, but I feel like I should just after a few episodes of City, which was made by the same manga. City is this wonderfully animated comedy about folks living in the city. It takes this sort of drive-by approach, each episode being broken into several parts, like literally 5+ segments, all following this semi-chronological storyline. This show is funny, man. It is so funny. It is definitely the funniest show of the season. I found myself laughing so goddamn much, and that is in due part because of the animation. Kyoto Animation locked in, bringing this children's graphic novel vibe that I love, and oh my god, it looks so good. The production is so good. The expressiveness, how creative the character moves, how unique the visuals are, it's fucking awesome. The mannerisms they animate, the angles they use, the vibes are off the charts. This anime is fantastic. I love how random and goofy it is, and if I'm not laughing, I'm definitely at least smiling ear to ear. It is super lighthearted and fun as fuck. And yeah, those are my anime of the summer, my personal list. If you have something that wasn't mentioned here, feel free to leave in the comments below. And yeah, thank y'all for watching. See you tomorrow. This is a fucking great season. Peace.